Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jets going up against the Steelers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. And they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get... Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. He'll drop to throw. And Latimer's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 9 out of that one. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll look to throw here. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for. And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. 2nd down and 6. Time to get back into the action. The football in the red zone for this offense. It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Freeman again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead.
So a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A potential turning point in a 1-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their 2nd half lead? On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Here we go. They'll look to throw. And fights him off. And shedding through the tackle. And this is going to be incomplete. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. On third down. It's Freeman, and he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen that, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, this defense here really needs to hold them to a field goal late, or maybe could they force a turnover and allow no points? Time to see. Back to throw now on first down. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, here's Bell. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have extended their lead in that. The drive of the game forthcoming. This offense, a field goal does them no good. They need to get in the end zone. The good news, they have all 3 timeouts left. Let's see how this plays out. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over at the 26. This defense is going to need to come up with something extraordinary here as they're up against a first and goal at the 1-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play. Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. The give is to Bell. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. When I was playing, all our defensive coaches talked about when you're near your own goal line and you're trying to stop them from getting in, your heart gets tested. What a nice play on the last down. A lot of heart on second. Do they have the heart on third? And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one. Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for the Steelers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.